Yeah, I know I said I wasn't going to be watching Love Island. I honestly came back to check on my man Scott, and I am so freaking mad right now. So they literally dropped three people, and now they got Future. Okay, he's not Future. Okay, they don't have Future in the villa, but they literally dropped Cass. I think it was the guy Martin, and somebody else. I don't really remember. So they got another girl and another guy in the villa so far. And this is Rain Said That. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe because I am so mad of how they did Scott this episode. And he was one of the finest guys in the villa. And I know you guys hear me complaining about they need some more fine guys, but he was one of them. Him, Curtis, and I'll say Luca. Okay, but Scott was my number one. And I have been, keeping an eye, not really watching the episodes, but, I'll go and, fast forward to see if he's still in here. So I actually watched this episode and there's a lot going on. Okay, I don't even want to get into it, but Ekin-Su was honestly getting on my last nerves because she just take the man. You wanted Curtis, he picked you. Now you asking questions. Why me? Why me? Well, because y'all have the chance to win the money. Okay, it will be stupid for him to go after the new girl, and everyone is saying that you guys make a good couple, so you and him can win the money together. I don't even know why Danielle thought that she had a chance with Curtis. Well, Curtis did lead her on, I give her that, because he was acting like that he was going to make space for Danielle, but he ended up picking Ekin-Su and choosing Ekin-Su. So yeah, he is flip-flopping, he is changing his mind, but like I said, he thought about that money and the chance to win, and Ekin-Su is definitely going to be the person that he can win All Stars with, and then he can get some of that money. Okay, he had to sleep on it, because if he picks Danielle, the public's going to be like, oh, Curtis, you're flip-flopping. So instead of him doing that, he went and did damage control. Now, I don't even understand this whole situation with Scott, and I forgot this girl's name. This is Gabby, but I can't forget her name. Tina. There we go. Tina, you cannot get mad, upset because he feels like something is missing with you. He told you that for the last couple of 3 episodes, okay? And I'm going to tell you the real reason why Scott is not interested in Tina. I told you guys this in the last episode that I did as the reason why he does not want Tina. Okay, and I feel as though she having all this energy towards Scott like he's the bad guy, when the reason why he doesn't want her is because of Casey. Casey literally blew up all of your business, told everybody that you slept with him in Antigua, smeared your name on national television, basically saying that you guys had a hookup. X, Y, and Z don't know the whole story, but he probably said some other things off camera as well. So in the back of Scott's mind, he ruined that for him purposely. Casey ruined this relationship, and everyone wants to be mad at Scott. He's saying that he wants this relationship, you're beautiful, you're doing everything that he wants in a partnership, but he's not feeling it because Casey ruined his imagination for you. He ruined the end of the story, because now he's like, okay, he's with you and Casey in the back of his mind. I think that Casey still wants Tina. I don't even think he wants Gabby. He just with Gabby. He always coasting along every time he's in the villa with somebody. He's always just coasting along somewhere. Casey doesn't really want Gabby for real. She is a safe spot. He's in a safe position being with Gabby. That's it. Because I feel like he still has something going on with Tina, or his feelings is hurt. In the story was that he hurt her feelings. So I don't even understand that situation. But honestly, if anybody wants to be mad at somebody, they need to all be mad at Casey, because he's ruined that for my boy Scott. And honestly, Scott is the finest guy in the villa. And I don't even understand why he's getting so much hate. And I don't even understand why he has to explain himself to Elmer and everybody else that he's not feeling it. Just because you're cute, whatever, just because you're nice does not mean that you his wife. If he doesn't feel it, he doesn't feel it. Why are you trying to say, my self-esteem? Why is your self-esteem linked to somebody else that doesn't want you? He doesn't want you. He didn't say it was you. It's his personal preference. He doesn't feel fireworks. If he's going to be with somebody, if he's with a girl of his dreams and he wants to feel that push, that fire, he wants to feel that push and fire, and it's not with you. So why are y'all trying to get this man kicked out the village? Why y'all trying to make this man feel so guilty about how he is feeling? Just because he told you that something was missing in the first place. You are not a victim. And my thing is this with Elmer, you over here projecting so hard because Ronnie had chose Harriet over you, and you just want somebody to fire off on. Elmer just wants somebody to fire off on because she understands where Tina is coming from, but it's not his fault that he's not feeling 1,000%. And honestly, it's not his fault that you decided to kick Cass off the island, Elmer. That's your friend. So you made a decision to kick your friend off the island for Scott. And now you're feeling guilty about that. That's not his fault. That's your fault. And I just don't like the whole thing. And honestly, y'all are stressing this man out so much, he decided to just go home. Like, he decided to go home. There's nothing in here in the villa. Y'all are boring anyways. So, I mean, it was the best thing for him to do in the first place. He's too fine to be on that villa, that man is fine. Okay, if I had to choose between anybody, he would have been my first pick anyways. Okay, he too fine for that villa. So I'm glad that he decided to go home. And my whole thing with Luca is, like, you cried so much for him than anybody. You didn't even cry for Grace or anything like that. You crying more for your homeboy than the girls in the villa. Like, all the guys are crying for him, but no one's crying for the girls when they're hurting their feelings and doing them bad and dogging them out and leading them on for a week and got them crying, and the guys don't even budge. But let their friend go home, all the guys are crying. All the guys are crying. So, like I said, I'm still done with this, especially since my man is gone. I mean, I wasn't even, trying to be checking in with them, but, I have to check on Scott. And definitely now, since Scott is gone, I'm not watching. I don't even care that Curtis is there, because he might win. Like I said, it might be between Luca and Curtis taking that number 1 spot. And, I might, peek my head in maybe, but I don't know, because how they just did Scott, I don't even know anymore. And Luca did him so dirty as well too. I might not even watch it anymore. And I already said I wasn't going to watch it, but yeah, poor Scott.